Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Bell Spaceman video. I'm your host, Bells from Bell Spaceman, and today we're gonna be talking about the Black Eyed Peas. We have two guests tonight. We have,
Unfortunately.
yeah, we have
So
Logan, and we have Nenshi
Yeah.
with us tonight.
Famous for my appearance on the Hobson Raw review, which is a great podcast that everybody should go check out.
For real, for real. And also Logan that appeared on the Frogman the Frogman video, which I'm not sure if it's still up, but
It's probably the
that's
better of the two.
I
If
think
you
it's
asked
unlisted.
me,
I'm pretty sure it's
yeah,
unlisted.
it
mm,
is unlisted. If you ask me to compare the two, the Hobson versus the Frogman, I gotta go with the Frogman, but that's just me.
the
Anyway, the
Frogman.
Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah, the Black Eyed Peas.
Greatest
I guess
band of
that.
all time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I guess that before we start with the serial list, I do want to give a little bit of context, a little bit of Bell Spaceman lore. Is in that this is actually not the first time that I ever tried to talk about the Black Eyed Peas in my channel. Back in late 2021, like back when like the channel was like really small, just barely started. I tried to do a video where I talked about the Black Eyed Peas. Instead of a tier list videos, it was just like a normal regular video. That video never ended up coming out. I only really did like the audio for it, but like that's as far as the video went. And
It's
also,
crazy that you've tried to talk about the Black Eyed Peas twice, considering there's not a whole lot to talk about regarding the Black Eyed Peas, other than that they're
Yeah,
bad. They're
yeah.
really bad.
yeah, I mean, I guess autism can get you far sometimes, but I don't know. Let's just start with this one. Let's start chronologically with the first album.
So I think it's important context for this album and their second album. We'll talk about that when we talk about that. Is that you can definitely tell that their influences were very different than what they would become. Like,
Yeah.
there's a Family Guy bit that I kept thinking about just very frequently throughout this entire discography run. It's the classic. It's the Black Eyed Peas in the studio, and some guy brings in a guitar, and the Black Eyed Peas go, "What is that?" And he's like, "It's a guitar." Because the joke is that they make really bad electronic music, and that there's no absence of soul in any of their
Yeah.
music. But what's interesting about this album and the second album too, but like I said, we'll get to that, is that there's a lot of soul. There's a lot of soul, and frankly, it's obvious that the influences of the Black Eyed Peas early on in their career, a lot of Tribe Called Quest, a lot of De La Soul, and I think what best illustrates this is what few people remember is that the Black Eyed Peas were originally signed to Eazy-E's Ruthless Records back in the early '90s, and famously, they appear on Eazy-E's classic song "Merry Motherfucking Christmas." They're on that song, which is a fact I really love. But their original name was At Band Clan, and that was actually an acronym that stood for A Tribe Beyond a Nation. Sound familiar? Sound familiar, you guys? Sound like they're kind of biting another
Hey.
group that's
Hey.
had a similar sound, maybe? I don't know.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I thought the Black Eyed Peas were coming original.
Even if that sound is similar, I still think that they do it pretty well, all things considered. For the most part, I think this record is pretty good. Most
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
beats I enjoy, like it's got this really like chill, kind of atmosphere to it that I can get down with.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I mean, I will have to agree
Same
as
goes to
well.
the second album as well.
Yeah, I don't think like the lyrics on the first album are really that special. I mean, they're fine for what they are, but I do think that that the beats, like nearly all of the beats, are really solid and definitely have like a lot of energy to it, like a lot of punch to them. That definitely make them, I don't know, at the very least, fun to listen to.
Also, this album features an appearance from one half of classic group, one of the greatest groups of all time, LMFAO. It
That's
features Red Foo
true.
on the
Yeah,
song
That's
Red
Duet.
true.
Red
Dude,
Foo
that
from
blew my
LMFAO.
mind. Like, oh
Yeah,
my god.
I mean that's not the only mind-blowing feature on the first two albums, but it's still insane.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
agree.
I think one
And
one
his
one
verse
pro.
wasn't bad either. Like, it was
Oh
actually a
yeah,
pretty good verse.
it was pretty fun. I do have to agree with that too. Honestly, like the only problem that I have with the first album is that it is definitely too long. Like I think this is like
Mm.
over 70 minutes long, and towards like the end, it does kind of get kind of old. Like the beats, they're mostly kind of similar. They do tend to blend with each other, and I mean towards the end it starts to get a little bit more, I guess, tiring to listen to. But it's not
Oh,
really like
believe me, this will only increase as the albums go on. Way too long and a little bit of a pain to listen to.
yeah.
Oh, brother.
Um,
Oh, brother.
yeah, I'm afraid this is gonna be a recurring theme with this group, but uh, I mean, I don't know. I think the first album is pretty good. It's definitely not fantastic, but I mean, for what it is, for like the era that represents, it's definitely a pretty admirable record.
Mhm.
Uh, I think I'm gonna go with B tier with this one. Do you guys agree with the B tier?
I would
That's
probably put that there. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds adequate for the
Mhm.
quality
Yeah.
of the music.
Next up, we have Bridging the Gap. This is from, yeah, I mean, as we mentioned before, part of the same era as Behind the Front, kind of similar in sound, kind of similar in style and everything.
Brother, do you
I
know how fucking insane it was to like start
Pop
this
this
album?
record on with a premiere beat.
Yeah,
Like, dude,
exactly.
that is
How
good
did
too.
they
Like, that's a
go
good track.
in just 3 years? They went from DJ Premier production to whatever the fuck follows. When we'll get to that, but it is just kind of crazy that at one point they were like legitimate enough to have a DJ Premier production on their fucking album.
Yeah, but I think this record is easily their best one. It's
Mm,
not even a competition. I just think the beats are slicker. Uh, these
100%.
beats definitely have more punch. Um, and
yeah,
yeah, it's just a
for
good
sure,
time.
We
for
got
sure.
De
I
La
mean,
Soul featuring. We got Mos Def featuring.
Yeah,
Like
we got
this would be considered crazy in just 3 more years.
yeah. I mean, I do definitely agree that the beats
Michael
are like
Vaughn
even.
too. Like I forgot that he was on a song.
I do definitely agree that the beats are more slicker because like in the first album, they were fun and punchy, but they were kind of meat and potatoes a little bit too
Mm.
much. While in here, they definitely feel a little bit more dynamic.
And I'll say this. I'll say this because these two albums don't get brought up in the conversation when talking about like the kind of bordering on like soulquarian, like the neo soul kind of progressive hip hop movement of the late '90s, early 2000s. And I think part of that is due to the fact of just what they will become in the future, which is fair.
Yeah,
But
I
I
mean,
think another part of it is just like at the time in 2000 and '98 respectively when these came out. You also had like their peers performing at their absolute peak, so it's like it's kind of like they're kind of the watered down equivalent to like a Tribe Called Quest or De La Soul or any of these groups. So it kind of makes sense as to why they're not these two albums aren't really brought up as much. And I definitely do hear that in the music a lot more often than not. It's like I hear their influences, I hear what they're going for, but it's nothing I would go out of my way to listen to when I have, Tribe and The Roots, I guess, similar
yeah,
acts from around the time. But for what it is, it's you can't really go wrong. If you have to listen to a Black Eyed Peas album, I don't know why you'd want to, but this is definitely the one that would make you want to kill yourself the least, which isn't saying a whole lot. The bar is pretty low, but I think that's got to count for something.
Yeah, I mean, it is a pretty good record after all. And I mean, also like I remember this one being also less long than the first one. Like the first one, definitely went on for a little bit too long, while this one definitely feels more concise, more well, I mean, not just consistent, but like just definitely like a more compact record overall.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah, I don't know if I personally really wouldn't go with an A tier because I don't think much of it is really that great. But still, I think I'll probably go with like a high B tier.
Well, like I just said, what we have to take into account here is are we ranking these based on like the quality of the music as music, or are we ranking these in the vacuum that is the Black Eyed Peas discography? Because if we're going with just the Black Eyed Peas discography, I think this is an easy A, personally.
yeah. I would definitely put this an A, or maybe not A. Like I would, if you could, like if there was an option to do this on the tier list, I would put it in between A and B. Like I would put it slightly above, Behind the Front, because I don't think
Mhm.
it's like it's not an amazing record or anything, but like compared to everything that comes after this record, it's easily the best thing they've ever done. So
Mhm. I guess
Mhm.
that's fair. I mean, will you guys go with A tier or B tier? 'Cause,
I'd go with
I guess,
A personally.
Yeah, I would go with A with what we're looking at right now.
yeah, I guess that's
And
fair.
my only major issue with this record is everything remotely fun about them just completely vanishes when we get to Elephunk.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe not, maybe actually no, maybe not completely, but like most of it just.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Elefunk.
Oh
Uh,
brother. Oh
yeah,
brother.
the beginning of the end, I suppose. So I guess I mean this is the context that most people know at this point, but this is not only the first album, but a brand new member of the group, Fergie.
Mhm.
But this is the album where they basically started to lean far more into pop, into a far more commercial sound compared to like the first two albums.
They got rid of their
Uh,
former female vocalist Kim Hill, who was black, and they added in Fergie, who's of course white. What are they trying to imply here? Are they saying a white girl can't get down with that soulful music? I mean, come on.
I don't know about you, but my girl Fergie.
Shut the fuck up. But
uh,
whereas we were just talking about how Bridging the Gap is probably their best project, and if you were going to torture yourself with a Black Eyed Peas album, that would be the one to go with. There is a song on here that is far and away the best thing the Black Eyed Peas have ever come up with. And I think that even that one singular song eclipses that album, the Bridging the Gap album. Agree? Disagree? You
yeah,
I
guys know
have
the one I'm
I
talking about.
yeah.
it is easily the best song on this album, and it's not even a competition.
Uh-huh.
I do
Uh-huh.
have to agree. I mean, I personally, I think there's actually two songs on this album that I like, but between those two songs, I definitely prefer "Let's Get Retarded."
And I will say, because this has become a little bit of a point of contention, I guess, for lack of a better term, among internet Zoomers. Because every so often, one of them will remember or find out that Let's Get It Started was originally Let's Get Retarded. And
Yeah.
there's a discourse that goes on where it's like, oh, this is like so offensive and bad, and the new one is so much better, or you'll have the opposite take. Let's Get Retarded is just far and away the better version, the superior definitive version. Because not only does Let's Get It Started shave away what little edge the Black Eyed Peas had left, if any to begin with, the Let's Get It Started, the remix, is so overproduced and just
Mhm.
adds so much like needless ear candy. I don't even know if I can call it ear candy because it's just it doesn't really add anything other
Well,
than
if
making
you
it sound less good.
well,
Let's
if
Get Retarded is far and away the superior song.
well, I will describe it as just far more sanitized.
Uh-huh.
Let's
Yeah.
get retarded just flows so much better
Yeah.
than let's get it started. Like it just sounds better to my ears, and I'm not even saying that in like a but it's like
Mhm.
it genuinely it just has a better groove.
It
And
does.
on top of that, it's like this is easily some of the best shit that they've written up until that point.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, it just like I describe like like the first two albums having like really fun energy, but like Let's Get Retarded is just like the pinnacle
Yeah.
of that energy. Like it just like it feels like the group just had so much fun doing it,
Yeah,
and it's
absolutely.
just a great song.
Now, as for the rest of the album,
Well, okay.
Brother.
I'll get to Where Is the Love later on, but yeah, this album is pretty bad. I mean,
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
definitely not the worst
it's a
record.
mix
Like
of bad and boring. That's probably
yeah,
For
yeah.
sure. For sure.
I think it's funny because like this album, even though it's boring, it is surprisingly diverse of genres. Like there's a lot of pop, but there's also
Oh, is
a,
there?
I mean, there is a song with Papa Roach. Like they have their
That's what I was segueing into. Anxiety. Oh my god.
yeah. That
uh,
song is. I mean, I don't even know what.
Really, really bad.
It is really bad. I mean, it's like to say that it's dated will be an understatement to the song because like it's honestly like even worse than a lot of the Papa Roach songs that I've heard. And Papa Roach is pretty bad.
Mm-hmm. It isn't even like terrible, Like the verses are kind of like fine, they're not great. You get to that hook and it's like, what the fuck, man? What the who okayed this?
Yeah.
Better
Yeah,
yet,
yeah.
who thought of like combining these two ungodly forces into one? Oh.
Yeah, there's also a song called Latin Girls that's well, I mean, here's one weird thing that I noticed with the Black Eyed Peas. With like honestly all of the albums, like at the very least starting with this album, maybe even with the first two albums, I think I might have noticed somewhere is that they tend to lean into a lot of Spanish sounds for some reason. Like I don't know, like they kind
Oh
of,
no.
which I mean, I guess it's fine on its own, but like they just really don't do it well. Like
This
it kind of
is
feels like
foreshadowing.
Yeah, I was
yeah,
gonna say again with the this will become a recurring theme.
yeah. Like I don't know, like they just have a I don't know, a tasteless, offensive approach to it. Like it's like Lighting Girls is not the worst offender of this, but it's still just the start of signs to come for that trend in particular. I mean, I will say, I know that you guys might disagree, but I mean, there's also another song on this album that I actually do quite like, even though it's very flawed. But I actually do still like "Where Is the Love." Like it is a particularly cheesy song. The message is
It
not
is,
said the
yeah.
best, but I mean, it's still
Uh,
a good message, and I don't know. But I think it's like just generally like a song that I don't know. It kind of makes me feel good listening to it. Like not just on the sound, but like I don't know. I feel like it's a song made with I don't know a particularly good intention that I think it's delivered in a particularly fun way. I don't
it's
know. I like
heckin'
it.
wholesome. It's heckin' wholesome.
Hearing this song again after God knows how long, it definitely is very cheesy and corny, and like you obviously understand the message of what they're trying to pull,
Mhm.
but it's like even though I don't really like this song all that much, it's not something I can like. Oh my god! If it's like if I hear it on in the background, it's like it's okay, I guess.
Yeah, it's nothing I would ever go out of my way to listen to. It's like
Yeah.
it's just mid. It's just really mid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think a lot of it is just a personal attachment to it because I did grow up with the song, but still, I mean, Elephant is
That's
not a very
fair.
good album.
Our ranking, it's gonna go back to the in a vacuum analogy, like I said. Because if I were to rank this like as music based on my personal taste, way, 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 way down to F tier. But considering that this is like, as Eminem would say, this is the calm before the storm right here.
Shut
It's
up,
like
man.
it's like I
Come
I'm
on.
forced to say it's like it's not that bad comparatively, and that's really sad to
I mean,
say
it's
because this is
I'm,
not a good album.
it's not because it's got it can't be because there's one objectively not objective.
Hmm.
There's one good song, one kind of okay song, and then the rest of it is just mediocre to bad. So
And
it's
then you
like
just got some fucking abysmal dog shit in there for
Yeah.
good measure.
so if I were to rank this, I'm putting it in D tier.
I will also
Yeah,
go with D tier, to be honest. I don't think it's like an F tier for me musically. Like I think this is just like a 4 out of 10 bad, but I mean,
There's
still.
definitely offensive idea, like there's definitely offensive ideas and shit that like when I heard it, I was just like, what the fuck is going on? But as a complete package, it's like, it sucks, but they've done worse. So
Yeah, but
I would
also
put
like
it here.
those offensive ideas I think are just definitely worse in the later albums. Like
Yeah,
the worst moments of this album are nothing compared to everything else. Well,
mhm.
except for that one 2018 album, but I guess we'll get to that one later.
Okay, and before we
Uh
move on to the next one, I just want to say I'm on the Wikipedia page right now, and I guess I stand corrected about having a DJ Premier song sounding completely out of the question by O3, because apparently on one of the deluxe editions, he did a remix of one of the songs on this album, which is just like, why? He did a remix of My Style featuring Justin Timberlake. Why?
oh boy.
mm,
Oh,
I don't
and
know.
Timbaland. That's another thing to mention. This is when they started working with Timbaland, who I guess we can get to on the next album, Monkey Business.
Okay, so yeah, I've said that Elephant, it's pretty bad, but definitely not the worst thing ever. Monkey Business is a lot worse though. This is an awful album, like true and
Yeah.
true. Like
Uh,
Elephant has two songs I like. This one has none. There's
this
no
one
song on
has
this
My
album.
Humps, which should just tell you all you need to know about it.
Yeah, like I mean,
Yeah,
to be honest, I don't hate Pump It, and I don't hate Don't Funk with My Heart,
Mm.
but like, god damn, man, My Humps is like a fucking
It's a
like
fucking
yeah,
I would
0 out of
like I
10.
loved it. I would, you know, because I'm sure there's people who have like revisionist history and be like, oh, actually, it's pretty good, and it's like, no, it's not. Like I
Mm.
like I just
honestly,
like, really don't understand.
I mean, I don't think I've seen a
If they
single
don't
person
say it,
who like I don't think I've actually seen a single person who actually likes the song, which is kind
oh,
of
you'd be
funny.
surprised.
Cause like I remember like for a time, like not only this was seen as like the worst Black Eyed Peas song for quite a while, but like this was seen as one of the worst songs ever made for like I don't know, like at the very least like back in like the late 2000s, early 2010s. Like this
Mhm.
is like this song is legendary bad in that regard. I mean for a
Like
while,
a typical love
like I
hate
think
past, but
I think what's funny is that like for a while, I kind of like grown numbed to how awful the song is. Like, whenever I will hear it, I was like, this is awful, but I'm kind of numb to it. Like, I kind of went in expecting to what it was, but then when I listened to the song like within the album, it was actually like really painful. Like I don't know, like listening within the album really put into perspective just how awful the song was. Like especially compared to everything before it.
Dude, there
hey,
is a song. There is a song on this album featuring Q-Tip, Talib Kweli, CeeLo Green, and John Legend, and somehow none of them can save it. None of them can
yeah,
save it in spite of the Black Eyed Peas. That should tell you everything you need to know about the quality of this album.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, the worst part about Monkey Business is that not only is the album terrible, it's like it's not even really that interestingly terrible. Like My Homes is like I guess like the most interesting one to talk about because it was famously hated and it sticks on your mind. Like it is definitely memorably bad. Also like that there's also like the Will I Am line in My Homes like towards the end of the song. What was it? Mix your milk with my cocoa puff, milky milky ride or something like that.
Fucking
Like it.
terrible. It sounds worse when you say it, honestly, and that's an accomplishment because it already sounds terrible in the context of the song.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, like honestly, like it's funny because like My Homes does kind of like reflect like the whole album because like the whole record. I mean, it has like a similar sound to Elephant, I guess. Like I guess this one, like this album lends a little bit more into R&B, like a little bit more, but generally it's the same sound. The problem is that every song just has like like either an extremely annoying hook or an extremely shallow hook. Like it's just constantly annoying, constantly in your face, constantly obnoxious, and it all just kind of feels like the same as well. Like it just like all of the hooks just feel very lazy, just feel very thrown out, like in the first draft.
Oh, brother.
I
Oh,
mean,
brother.
not.
which
I mean,
honestly, they deserve
this.
it. They
Yeah, they
deserve it.
deserved it because like that Coldplay album, generally good in
Good.
my opinion.
It's
Like
miles better than this bullshit.
I
yeah, for
haven't heard
sure.
it, but I guarantee you that a Coldplay album is better than a Black Eyed Peas mid 2000s fucking Drek
Anyway,
album.
Yeah,
kind of getting
yeah.
off topic a little bit, but
There's a
uh,
song on here that I don't remember. I'm not going to go back and listen to it because honestly I can't be asked to. That is credited as featuring James Brown. And I can't help but think this is the song that killed James Brown, considering this was released the
oh
the
yeah,
year
he
before
was
he
this
died.
album. I forgot
But-
about that.
Yeah, I
Will I
forgot about
Am
it.
killed James Brown.
Also, there's a song on this album as well that is just straight up Filipino. Like, it's kind of like they just start singing in Filipino just randomly throughout the song. I think it's
yeah.
called Bebo 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 Bebo. Like that. That's like even when I first heard the album, like back in 2021, like listening to that song just stuck in my mind because it's just fucking nonsense.
What
Like
what is
this.
what is the reason for this being here? Like you couldn't have scrapped this, like, you know?
No, what's funny is that, like that was one of the songs that I re-listened to like to refresh my mind. I found out that this song actually has a music video.
Oh my god.
Oh, joy.
Yeah, like not even a single, but like apparently the song has a music video. Uh, like I don't know.
Also, um, so not only does this album feature Justin Timberlake, Timbaland, Q-Tip, Talib Kweli, CeeLo Green, John Legend, and James Brown, but it also features Sting, and it's like a fucking all-star cast,
Uh-huh.
and not even remotely do anything, or at
Yeah, I
least
anything
anything interesting. It's just like whatever.
yeah, this album really is appropriately named Monkey Business because they they don't really do anything.
So,
Okay, man. Okay, man. What did he mean by this?
chat. What do you mean by this?
Bells, before we move on, can I say one thing about Will I Am potentially killing James Brown?
Yeah.
Well, I guess Will I Am did all of James Brown's ex-wives and spouses a favor. He can't hurt you anymore.
Let's move on.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm down to put this in F tier because like I don't think there's really
Yeah,
anything
yeah. I
like
mean,
we
it's
can.
got Pump It and it's got Don't Funk With My Heart, which are
I
like
would
serviceable pop songs. But neither of them are as good as Let's Get Retarded or even Where's the Love, honestly.
if it
Yeah.
again, kind of like with Bridging the Gap, I would put this in between D and F because I don't think it's quite F tier, but it's like inching towards that.
I
So
mean, I don't know, man.
like
I think it's an F tier for me personally because like
I
I
think
don't know,
there's
even
F
like
tier songs on this album, but like, you know,
eh,
I just I guess I don't, I'm not gonna like I don't blame anybody for like putting it in that tier.
Oh
But
shit, Bells, did you know that there was an EP of like remixes released after Monkey Business?
actually no, I didn't know.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't know about it considering it literally has you on the cover art. Here, check general.
oh my god.
Oh my god, wait, let me check this shit. Oh my god. Oh my
Jesus
okay.
Christ.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think we can afford those clothes here, but yeah.
Oh my god. Come on, bro.
Okay, let's move on now, man. Come on.
Well, the next album on the list, we have The End, aka
Oh, brother.
The Energy Never Dies.
I wish it did die.
I mean, I will say this much. I think this album is better than Monkey Business at the very least. For
I mean, I
several
think is better than Monkey Business, but go on.
yeah, I mean, I don't know, because like I think for several reasons. First of all, I think The End is just generally a more memorable and even fun album to an extent. Like it definitely has like a more interesting sound, or at the very least an interesting approach at the sound of the time.
I mean,
This
this is more fun than Monkey
I will
Business,
say
but go
this.
on.
I will say this. I'm sure it felt like whiplash hearing Boom Boom Pow for the first time. Considering that this band did nothing but like make, pretty basic pop jams or whatever. Like you just
Mm.
hear that and you're just like, it's a complete 180 from what they were doing.
yeah,
But and that's why I had to admire it, right? Because like I feel like it may not have been like a risk, really, but it's like the fact that they just leaned so far into the electronic stuff is something that I have to kind of weirdly admire.
yeah. I mean, not
like-
only leaning to that sound, but like they honestly have a particularly unique spin to that sound. Even though that spin is not necessarily good, but they were definitely doing that electropop sound. I guess a little bit differently from other artists at the time.
even though I don't like any of the singles on this album except for I Got a Feeling, I'm putting those I would take any of those songs above any of the songs on Monkey Business or
Yeah.
Elephant any fucking day of the week, just by virtue of the fact that they're entertainingly bad.
Yeah,
I can listen to Boom Boom Pow and rock that body like God knows how many times. You
yeah.
know.
I think Boom Boom Pow specifically, like not only is it like radically different from what came before, but like even taking into account the pop songs that were coming out at the time, compared to I don't know TikTok or California Girls or whatever, Boom Boom
Yeah.
Pow is kind of an anomaly of a song because like first of all, it has a drone as an instrumental, like the instrumental is just completely like a drone for like the entirety of the song, which is kind of funny. But also like it has some really weird lyrics and some really like the whole structure of the song is just generally really weird. Like at some point the song just goes let the beat rock like in a completely robotic voice and yeah, like it's just really funny. Like Boom Boom Pow is just like it's such a strange and weird song that I do have a lot of enjoyment listening to it. Like even though it's really bad, it is a song unlike anything else that I've heard before. And I guess like the same thing can be probably said for I'm a Bee as well. Like I'm a Bee is also a anomaly of a song that has a really awful hook, but that's also kind of funny. Like
I mean,
I'm a Bee, I'm a Bee.
the second half of that song isn't even really that bad. I mean,
Yeah,
it doesn't last very long, but it's like it's kind of a change of pace a little bit.
yeah, yeah. Like
But
it's fun. It is funny. Like those two songs, like generally a pop song, structure as verse, chorus, bridge, chorus. Those two songs don't really have the same structure at all. Like they kind of feel like multi parts, which is again just kind of funny to think about.
I'm gonna be honest. Aside from Boom Boom Pow, and I Got a Feeling, I don't remember a goddamn second of this fucking album. All I remember is I absolutely hated it.
hold on though, because I gotta give a quick shout out to one of my favorite tracks on here, and that is Ringling. Uh, God damn it, dude! I fucking love that song. It's so fucking fun. And
It
my phone go
is
ring a
Ring a
ling a ling
ding
ling ring a
ding
ling
with
a
my
ling ling
bling
a
a
ling a
bling.
ling.
Yeah,
You were my
It's so fucking
disciples, and
stupid. I
I
love
am the
it.
king.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
so dumb. I can't
I mean,
help but love it.
that song was kind of a surprise to me because, like, when I first heard the album, like, my whole memory was that, there's the five singles and then there's everything else, which is kind of boring, generic, bad electropop, but Ring a Ling just kind of surprised me because it's just so fucking goofy. uh,
I love
yeah.
that song.
Yeah, I guess I
Um,
do want to talk about I Got a Feeling a little bit as well because I will say like aside from Let's Get Retarded, I think this is maybe their second best song to me. Like
I
it's a
love
song
it.
that it's a really I think it's a really good song to be honest. Like
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people hate that song, that maybe it is dated, maybe it is very stupid, it has like a kind of stupid energy to it, but I don't know like what differentiates this song from other songs is that not only
I,
does it feel like the group actually has like genuinely a good time
yeah,
throughout
that's what I was about to say. Like, I feel like it's the only song on this album that really does encapsulate the feeling of having a good time with people.
yeah,
And
for sure, for
Mhm.
sure.
I agree. I
like,
agree.
fill up my
Yeah,
cup, muzzle
Muscle
top.
Top. Yeah. Also, like it just generally feels like a big song as well. Like it just feels universal in a way.
Yeah.
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 Also, yeah. Also, the hook to "Meet Me Halfway." I think "Meet Me Halfway" is not a good song because the verses are awful. Like the verses are really bad. But I've always liked the
Yeah.
Fergie hook.
I don't personally like this song either because I mean at least with most of the other songs, like the production's really like trying to be bombastic with its beats and everything, but like I just don't like how like thin the production is on
Yeah,
that
I
song.
agree.
Especially when the hook comes in with Fergie, like it just sounds like nothing to me personally.
but I don't hate the song. I think it's just kind of whatever.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I guess it's generally the singles, even though only 1.5 of them are good. I do have, I guess, a soft spot for nearly all of them, for even though if it's mostly for the wrong reasons. But unfortunately, the album is not just the singles. There's also like 10 other
Yeah.
songs after that.
That's how I
like
feel
this,
about Elefunk.
yeah, like the end is basically like the definition of a singles album. It's just like after those singles, it's
It
like
is
the album really.
as hell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that too.
yeah.
Like
Not only is it bloated, I think it gets worse and worse while you listen to it, because like it gets really awful towards the end of the album. Like the last three songs, particularly, I think are probably some of the worst songs they've ever made. At the very least, before the Reggaeton albums, which we'll get to later on. But
And I guess they were aware of this because I'm on the Wikipedia page for the beginning, and there's a deluxe version of the beginning where it has a second disc that's just called The Best of the End, and it just has all the singles. So I guess they were well aware of the fact that it was a terrible album, so they just put all the fucking singles on a bonus disc on the next album and called it a day, which I find very funny if that's the case.
I mean, probably. I mean, I think like even when they were making the album, like this is something that a lot of artists, a lot of pop artists tend to do. Is just like they know they are not really putting too much effort into the deep cuts, because pop artists are being pop artists. Just like it was especially very often during this time, because like back in like the early 2010s, late 2000s, there was more focus towards singles than there was towards albums. Like
Yeah.
it was a very singles driven era.
I believe it.
Also, I completely forgot about this. This they have a strange obsession with sampling "It Takes Two."
They do. They
Because
really
this is not the first time, or maybe it may be the first time, but it won't be the last time.
Yeah. Another recurring theme in the Black Eyed Peas music, albeit compared to the other two so far, it pales in comparison, but it's still noticeable. It's still
did they-
very noticeable.
I can't
Yeah.
remember if they sampled it before this album. I don't think they did.
They might have. I don't know.
I can't remember, but
I don't remember, to be honest, but
the point is that they love to sample it for whatever reason.
Mhm.
yeah. Which I think we're gonna be seeing with the next album as well. Well, first of all, do you guys will agree with a D tier for the end?
That's fine. Yeah.
I'd probably. I kind of want to give it C just because of like. Mainly just because of my personal attachment with the first five songs, and just due to the fact that Ring-a-Ling is such a dumb, goofy little thing. But like, I can't really tell you. I can't really tell you anything about any of the other songs.
Mhm.
But I would put it in D tier, but it's probably the highest D in the tier.
I do personally think that Elefunk is a little better because, well, I don't know. I think the low lows of the end are much lower than the ones on Elefunk. Like I said before, like those last three songs are just atrocious to me. And
yeah.
yeah. Also, like, I don't know, Elefunk. I mean, I think like the approach that the Black Eyed Peas had with the end, with the electropop sound is definitely interesting. But at the end of the day, it's still a really bad approach, and I don't know. Elefunk to me just has more, I guess, tasteful productions, like less offensively bad shit. But I can definitely see someone preferring the end over Elefunk, though.
I mean,
I'm
it is
going
what it is.
with
I'm not
D,
gonna like.
personally.
Yeah, it's like I'm not gonna like fight over anybody for like choosing any of these records over.
I care a lot about how the Black Eyed Peas discography is ranked. I am
Yeah.
passionate about this.
Well,
This is the first time anyone has ever said that previous sentence.
I guess now that we end this, now time to begin the beginnings.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Oh
Now
boy.
imagine everything. Now imagine everything. So everything that I just said about the end. Take all of that away, and you've got the beginning. That's really what it
Yeah.
is.
I mean,
I mean, hey,
honestly,
can you do it like this?
Oh,
But
oh,
you
dude.
can't do it. Is
We'll get to that song.
Uh,
You, you know it's kind of it
Like,
sounds so distorted in the Discord call. It's kind of funny. I mentioned that Elefunk was the beginning of the end for the Black Eyed Peas, like I guess artistically wise. But if we were to talk about commercially wise, this album was the beginning of the end. Like this is honestly, this will
Commercially-wise.
this will make for a good Train Records episode for Thought in the Shadows to make, because this album basically, like compared to like the albums before it, is easily like their least commercially successful. Like this album kind of basically almost killed the group, like in the sense that at the very least, like they went into a hiatus after this one.
I would
Uh,
argue it did kill the group, considering Fergie left and they've never had like a
yeah.
successful record ever again. Well, at least not like super successfully, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
they would never have a song that would be on the charts for 12 weeks again,
Yeah, yeah. And I mean,
or
like this
14 weeks.
And I mean, this album did have two successful singles, but I mean, compared to not only the album before it, but also like the general lasting impact of this album, it is definitely very poor.
Yeah, I mean, like even though I grew up hearing "Just Can't Get Enough," I don't really have any sort of attachment to it outside of like hearing the last like 40 seconds or whatever. And then "Dirty Bit" is a song I didn't hear until years later, and it is crazy how they are like the kings of just sabotaging samples. Like,
Yeah.
Especially with that song.
Yeah, what's funny is that I kind of had a opposite experience to Logan in that I first heard Dirty Bit. Like I think I first heard it in maybe like sixth, fifth grade. It was actually like a few years after the song was released. I think it was in 2013, 2014. Uh, I think that was like one of the very first songs that I've heard from this group actually. But Just Can't Get Enough, I actually didn't hear until I think maybe this decade. Like I actually didn't even know about it until I went through their discography for the first time. But even then, I didn't really remember it well until we listened to the album again. At the very least, I re-listened to the album. Although I will say,
Sad.
Just Can't Get Enough. Just Can't Get Enough is pretty bad, but it is definitely better than Dirty Bit, which is really terrible. Like Dirty Bit is just really funny because it starts with a sample of an 80s song, and then it just kind of like you, and then Dirty Bit, and then it's just like this, like the most ugly ass early 2010s beat you've ever heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean the whole album in general. I mean, honestly, I think this is their worst album so far on this tier list. Like, I think Monkey
Oh,
Business.
far
is-
and away. Far and away.
Yeah.
Like Monkey Business is bad, like consistently pretty fucking terrible. But this one's like entertainingly bad in a way that I don't think a single record up until this point has been.
Yeah, yeah. Like it's it's a complete anomaly of an album. Well, I don't know. I mean, in the sense that like most of the songs of this album, just kind of feel like they're set on autopilot. Like it
Mhm.
kind of feels like the most bare bones, empty beat, but it's also like done in such a hilariously awful way. Like it feels like an album that's just like it feels like the worst moments of the last album just elevated into 11th. Like it's just constantly like I don't know, awful.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Because, like,
Yeah.
going back to, like, the Todd in the Shadows thing, I feel like, I don't know, you could argue that they've been kind of heading towards a train record. And personally, I think their train record begins at Elefunk. I think that one is, like, far and away, like, their downfall. But
Well-
if you really wanted, that one's not interesting enough to be a train record,
Well, what
But
train
this
record
one
was-
is,
what train record implies that they just kind of like fell off the face of the earth, like they didn't. Have
yeah. I guess. I don't know. As far
because
as
Elephant was
bad
still a
albums.
commercially like Elephant was still a very very successful record for them.
Yeah, I
commercially.
guess the definition of train record isn't what I'm looking for here, but as far as bad albums, just consistently stacking and doubling down on how fucking awful they are. It definitely starts there and doesn't ever stop. But this is the first one where it's like, okay, this is like, you know, you can be bad and boring. That's one thing. It's another thing to be bad and like interestingly bad, which I think the beginning is definitely much more than, like I said, more than any album before this.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I don't think we have even gotten to the most egregious song on here.
Oh,
Yeah, so Logan was talking about Ring-a-Ling as being this hilariously goofy, awful song from the end. I feel this, but Taurus Do It Like This. I think Do It Like This is just such an awful song that it kind of turns around to being just hilariously, I don't know, enjoyable for me. Like it's just such a song, such a
this song's
it's
actually
the-
made the rounds.
yeah, I don't know.
It's made the rounds in recent months. I've seen people on like Instagram making fun of the drop, which is one of the most goofy odd drops I've ever heard in my fucking life. And I'm
Yeah.
really glad that other people are also aware of this goofy odd drop in the middle of the song. Which
Honestly,
just
like
sounds like a rehash of Dirty Bit.
oh yeah, I mean not just a rehash, but like it somehow feels like the poor man version of Dirty Bit, which is a really bad sign.
Which is
because,
an
like,
accomplishment.
yeah, because like at
Considering
least
Dirty Bit is just the poor man's Black Eyed Peas song.
yeah, because like Dirty Bit at least feels like a complete pop song, like in a professionally produced pop song, even though it's awful. Do It Like This, on the other hand, just sounds like a demo. Like the demo, like the drop especially, like it's just like level 1 FL Studio, Ableton, I don't know, whatever the fuck. Like it just feels like a complete someone just starting to produce music just made it. Like just really bare bones, completely cheap
It is
sounding.
It's like
crap.
first beat on FL Studio levels of bad. That's
Y-
the caliber of quality we're talking about here. Like we
Yeah.
were mimicking it earlier. The random vocal chops, the fucking oh. It's like who signed off on this? Yeah, no, it sounds precisely like that. It's just, and it's out of nowhere. There's no build up. It just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, like that's just normal for a Black Eyed Peas song. Like it's just part of the sound at this point. It's just like they just stoop this low that it just kind of like that just comes naturally to them. I mean, it is technically the worst song of the album, but like I don't know, it's just so enjoyably bad that it's honestly the song that I enjoy listening to the most out of this record. Like it's the only one that I really come back to, even though it's completely for the wrong reasons.
Honestly, yeah. It's the only one I've revisited on this album, or any of these albums, sans Let's Get Retarded, on its own.
It's
Yeah.
it's memorable just because of just how goddamn ridiculous it is. Like it's just you can't help but like hear that back and be like, what the fuck were they thinking?
It's one of those things where I can't tell if it was either, because it's obviously it's a sequel album. It's a sequel to the end, right? So I can't tell if they were like rushing this shit and they just let this kind of thing fly, or they were just so high off success they thought they couldn't fail. And honestly, I can imagine both of them being true.
I think it's very believable that they rushed this, considering that this album came out a year after the end. So,
now I don't know if that's because they rushed it, or if they just these two
Or
records are
if-
like companion pieces almost.
Or if Will
I
I
mean,
Am was just like, you know what, this is great. This is a good thing that I can sign off on and put my name on the credits of.
I mean, I think it's a combination of the album actually sounding rushed, because it does actually sound completely rushed, but also just Will I Am just losing his mind.
Yeah.
Honestly, definitely F tier.
No question, no contest. F tier.
Yeah.
pretty sure the same year this album came out was when the Black Eyed Peas Experience game came out,
Oh yeah.
which I don't have any sort of history with that, but it's just crazy how they were basically at the top and then they just
completely vanished after this album basically went nowhere outside of those two singles.
Yeah, and even those two singles are not as remembered as, honestly, any of the singles of The End, for that matter.
Yeah, I mean, because like the fact that all 5 of those songs charted in some way. I mean, the songs on the beginning obviously charted, but it's like, regardless of how bad those 5 songs are, they stick with you more
Mhm.
because of just how, like, sure they're bad, but it's like they're at the same time they're irresistibly catchy.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like I said earlier, I'm willing to take that entire section, that entire 5-track run, more like I would rather take that over everything that they've done past Bridging the Gap.
Honestly, saying I am willing sounds like a dyslexic
Save
person
for-
trying to read off Will I Am's name. But go on.
Save for Let's Get Retarded, because that's
Yeah.
obviously a gem of a song. I need it. That's an exception.
Yeah.
For sure.
I can't believe the Black Eyed Peas caused the BP oil spill in 2010. That's crazy.
That's true.
How could they?
Yeah.
The
Well-
BEP oil spill of 20.
Yes. Yes.
Well, unfortunately, this is the last. As we mentioned before, this is the last album with Fergie.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's just going here.
Yep. She was
So,
on
yeah.
to greener pastures. What can she say?
And, like, isn't it so funny? Isn't it so funny that the second she joined them, it just went all downhill?
Yeah.
Like, say whatever you want about the first 2 records, at least they have some sort of charm to them.
Hmm.
But like, I don't think it's a coincidence that when this woman joined these guys, it just complete nosedive.
And I say Fergie left for greener pastures, kind of in jest. But I think there's some truth to the fact that leaving the Black Eyed Peas in 2010 is probably the smartest career decision anyone could ever make, considering how much of a fucking sinking ship it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
guess
she went on.
won in the end.
And that's
I mean,
putting
she-
aside the fact that I fucking hate Fergie solo shit, save for like a couple, except for like a few songs. But it's like, man,
I mean, she did went on to make the MILF music video after the
I
beginning.
got that MILF money. I got that MILF money.
Yeah. So not only Fergie left, the group went on a long hiatus, and they didn't come back till 2018. With their, interestingly enough, return to their roots with Masters of the Sun Volume 1. Man, I wonder where Volume 2 is coming out.
Any
not.
day now. Any day now.
This is an album that I don't know. I don't really like this album. Like, I guess like both Logan and she can speak for me on that, but like, out of
Yeah,
their
I-
hip hop albums, this is definitely their weakest one.
So
I definitely think that there's plenty of good on this album, and there's plenty of mediocre on this album.
mhm.
I don't think there's any outright bad moments outside of maybe some like questionable samples here and there.
Yeah,
But
I
for
mean,
the
the
most
la-
part, it's like obviously this is them trying to go back to their roots a little bit, trying to recapture what they did in the first 2 records. And while I don't think they pull it off all that well, I think that they, it kind of works. I think what they
So-
do here is at least passable.
if I can, and you're free to come kill me and put me on a cross and crucify me, but if I can for a second reference Eminem, because this is just what it reminds me of. So you've got Eminem in 2003, and he signs 50 Cent.
Can't go one video without mentioning this fucking
I
guy.
I know, but I'm on Bell's channel, so I'm gonna shit it up. You got Eminem signing 50 Cent. Then 2018, Eminem is dissing mumble rappers.
Right,
My brother in Christ, you made the mumble rappers.
right.
And now you've got Black Eyed Peas, right? And you've got the first song on their album, Masters of the Sun, Volume 1. and it's called Back to Hip Hop featuring Nas. Brother, you guys are the ones who killed the hip hop. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Back to
It's
hip hop.
even-
Get the fuck out of here, dog.
It's even funnier because like Nas didn't even have that great of a verse on that
Yeah.
song. Like the features on here, like you know, like I said, it's obviously pulling from the first two albums, but like the features on here, I think are, you know, they're fine, I guess. Like they don't really they're not bad. They're just kind of like, hey, who can we get for this record?
Man, the fact they got a posthumous Fife Dog feature on here kind of just hurts my soul. That really hurts my soul. I don't know.
It kind of goes back to what we were talking about when we started this.
Yeah,
Influenced by a certain someone.
I know.
But yeah, I mean, for the most part, this record is pretty whatever. But
It's pretty,
I
pretty mid.
it's pretty mid, but I appreciate the attempt to try and revitalize themselves at least a little bit.
I
I mean-
appreciate the attempt, but it's also like what I'm saying here is like there's so much like of them talking about the real hip hop, and it's like we're taking out the mumble rappers, and it's like
But
okay.
you guys made my humps. Like you can't.
Are the guys who made fucking Dirty Bit gonna really sit here and lecture us on the real hip hop? I mean, let's be real here. And this
Yeah,
this point is driven even further home by the next two albums, which we'll get to. But
Yeah, we're bringing back
Uh,
real. We're bringing back real hip hop. My brother in Christ, you made the hardest ever. Like, which don't get me wrong, I think that's a fucking masterpiece.
which
of a
is the
song.
hardest ever. It is the hardest
is.
ever.
It is,
Yeah.
but you can't say
Yeah.
you can't make that and then turn around and be like, we're bringing back real hip hop, and it's like,
Yeah.
are you?
Also, especially because towards the end of the album, for some reason they tried to recreate "Worries to Love" with the last song. I don't know if you guys remember the last song, but it's called
I
"Big Love."
barely remember it. Isn't it like a BLM anthem, or is that
Wait,
on the next album?
Wait. Which song is it that I don't know if it interpolates it. I guess it would, but which one is the one that like hums the melody to Tom's Diner?
Oh,
dude,
shit! It was
I
one of
think-
these.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was towards the end of the album. I don't remember exactly what song, but it was towards the end.
Because I remember just I remember just like listening to this and I just remember hearing da 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 da. I'm like, what the fuck?
Kind of
Like,
kind of a jump scare to a glimpse of the awfulness of them.
There was
previous
another
record.
really awful sample on here. Let me go to fucking this Who sample. Oh yeah, Back to Hip Hop samples fucking Back to Life by Soul to Soul for some fucking reason. Who cares? I think there's another sample of fucking It Takes Two on here, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I know there's definitely a sample of It Takes Two on the goddamn reggaeton albums, and we'll get to that. But you know,
I'll say this. I think this record has really good production for the most part. I'll say
Yeah.
that. And I can take it for what it is. Obviously, it's
Mhm.
not like it's not like great or anything, but it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose it's fine. Although it does feel like, I mean, compared to like the first two albums, it does feel a little bit more half-hearted. Like, I don't know. To me, it kind of feels like they brought back this sound for nostalgia points rather than really wanting to,
Yeah, the
bring
thing
back
about-
the sound.
the point I raised about the first two albums also stands here, because like this was around the time that Tribe Called Quest was having their comeback album, or not even their comeback album, just their last final album.
That's a
There
good
was
point.
all this kind of like, there was there was a movement slowly brewing, and I guess it didn't really fully come to fruition, if at all. But it definitely was brewing around that time in the late 2010s of kind of revivalist, like boom bap hip hop. And with all of the shit that was coming out around the time, it's like I could listen to Masters of the Sun Volume 1, but like why would I? Because it's like the watered down, like cheaper version of all the really good stuff coming out around that time. I don't know.
For
It's
sure.
like I have even less of a reason to want to listen to this than even like the first two albums, for example.
Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna go with C tier for this one.
I
I think.
well.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy. Okay.
Oh, brother.
We finally
Uh.
reached the last two albums.
God.
These might
Uh,
as well be the same fucking album in my mind, honestly.
Yeah, I'm spoiler alert. These are going into F tier.
Yeah.
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 Honestly, I think I'm gonna do something.
Put him in, no, make it no. Make a fucking Z tier for these two albums. Make a fucking Z tier because
King
these are two of
Joso.
the most bankrupt things I have ever heard in my life, and that's saying a lot considering what we've had to fucking sit through.
I fucking wish will.i.am went bankrupt after creating these awful pieces of shit.
Oh, yeah.
These two records right here are prime examples of what the fuck?
Why were there 7 singles on this fucking album? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Wait, in translation?
Yes!
Jesus.
7 singles!
There was only one song from that album that I remember hearing in public, and it got fucking 7
Well-
singles.
Well, what I was gonna say was like this is these two records are prime examples of what was it that Bladen said about Bad Bunny? It was Bluetooth speaker beach music. That's what this fucking is.
I think that's
Uh-huh.
funny because like when Bladen mentioned it in the Bad Bunny video, it was as a compliment. While
Yeah,
in here,
yeah, here
uh,
it's derogatory. Bluetooth
Yeah.
speaker, Bluetooth speaker beach music, parentheses, derogatory.
yeah, yeah. I mean, honestly, like, here's my thing about these two albums is that generally I don't like reggaeton. I think it's a bad genre, and most of reggaeton that I've heard, it's pretty bad. But like, even for reggaeton, this shit is awful. Like, I feel like if anyone who's a fan of reggaeton, a fan of Bad Bunny or a fan of J Balvin or whatever, they will hate those records because like. I don't know. Those records feels like an insult to reggaeton, which is not even a good genre to begin
Not
with.
that I was like banking a whole lot on Mass of the Sun being good or anything, but it's like, what the fuck happened here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly.
like, you're sitting here, they literally just made an album
about them going back to the
real hip hop and spitting bars and whatever, and then you turn around and make this shit. Like,
Yeah, so much for that.
what's
So
the
much for that.
point? Then what was
'Cause
the
it
point
was-
of doing all that?
I think honestly, because it was obvious to them that they weren't gonna cut it in like the growing movement of like real hip hop, because that was a thing, the brewing. On one hand, you had like the Eminems and the Logic who were doing like the shitty, version of that. Then you also had like the hip hop purist movement. I think they thought they could capitalize on like the anti mumble rap crowd before realizing, oh wait, we're the Black Eyed Peas. I guess we have to just go over to an even poppier genre that primarily doesn't speak English, so we don't really have to put a whole lot of effort into writing.
Yeah.
As long as we have that, we're kind of
Yeah.
golden. We're kind of guaranteed to find success, which evidently they did, considering this apparently
Yeah.
charted at number 3 on the fucking hot Latin charts, according
yeah,
to
I mean,
Wikipedia.
Not only that, but like one of the singles, like the first song of Translation, was actually really successful. Like I think
Uh-huh.
I actually remember hearing that shit one time in public.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think what's funny is that single is, I mean, quote unquote, the least atrocious song on the two albums, which is to say that it's still awful. But I mean,
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? Everything that we've had to sit through up until this point, even some of the most even the shit that they've made that's like, what the fuck is this? Even that's still in the realm of the Black Eyed Peas discography. But with this, it's like, you might as well just throw your headphones down.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like, nobody is like, nobody's bumping this in the whip. Nobody's bumping this on their fucking stereo. Nobody's bumping this in nobody's doing that.
Mhm.
yeah, like
There's only
not
one place for this. There's only one place for these two albums, and it's the fucking shore.
Yeah, like not only
It's the
those
fucking
two albums,
beach.
like not only those two albums are completely awful and tone deaf, but like they just feel very uninspired as well. Like that's the thing is that you go back to the end and the beginning, those two albums, really bad. But at the very least, they like the group had a interesting approach to that sound. At the time, they definitely didn't really sound the same as a Kesha song or a Katy Perry song or whatever. Like they definitely had I don't know, like even though a very alien approach at that sound, they definitely had a different approach. Like they had their own spin to it. But those two albums just, I don't know, man, it just feels completely soulless. Like they just feel
They're
so.
just they're just bankrupt. They're just
Yeah,
so fucking like why they're it's literally why does this exist music? That's what it
Oh,
is.
I
yeah,
forgot
for
that
sure.
the first single samples fucking Rhythm of the Night. Oh
Oh,
god.
dude, the amount of sampling on these two records is fucking egregious. Like especially
Uh-huh.
on the not what's the other one called?
Oh, the
I
one that
don't
samples.
fucking remember.
Yeah, there's a song on Elevation that samples Scatman.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
fuck. I forgot about that one. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's a Rick James sample on here too. That's
Yeah.
bad. That
Like
is
not only
bad.
not only the Scatman sample sounds awful, but like they don't do anything with the Scatman sample. Like it's
Yeah, it's
literally
literally
just.
just it's literally just the song. They don't do anything
Yeah.
with it. And that's half of these fucking samples. They just let it play.
Yeah, like it's just para para papi pa pa poro po. Yo quiero bailar contigo. Like
It's like what the fuck is
Who
happening?
approved this? Who signed off on this? Honestly.
Oh,
yeah.
The COVID song.
Oh,
the
brother.
COVID song.
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, like it's like the thing about those two albums, like it's either the worst, like most offensively bad shit you've ever heard, or just completely devoid of anything of value. Like it's just like the two worst extremes, from beginning to end with those two
Hey,
albums.
we
Mhm.
we can't forget about holy fuck fuck. The body is absurd.
Oh, dude, I think that was on translation. I don't I don't remember, but I do
I think that was
remember
on the other
that.
album. I think that was on the
Yeah,
other
yeah.
album.
Oh, dude,
Elevation.
there's a beat on translation that sounds like a fart. It sounds literally
Oh,
like a fucking fart.
I forgot about that.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
like, like God, it's just.
Like, dude, I just
uh, like yeah, I mean those two albums. I mean they're
if
just straight up 0 out of 10s. Like not only they're the worst Black Eyed Peas albums, like
like
there's a.
if the if the beginning is like a 0, then these two albums are like -4.
Yeah, like
Like
they're honestly like specifically Elevation is honestly probably the worst album that I've ever heard. Like I don't really say that lightly, but like I cannot really think of an album that I've heard that's actually worse than the Elevation. It's just not only like the band creatively at their lowest point, like just completely devoid of any creative ideas or any inspiration, but like it's
they don't
also
give
just
they don't
embarrassing.
they stopped giving a shit by this point.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like it's exactly like what Ninja said, where it's just like, well, we can't be accepted by we can't be accepted by the hip hop community. So it's like, oh, I guess we can just go over here and
Yeah.
do whatever. It's
Yeah,
literally
yeah,
that's really what it is. They stopped giving a shit a long time ago,
yeah.
Mhm.
Like
and it's like
it really just says a lot about what they actually care artistically. Like they were so butthurt by the fact that the what was it, Masters of the Sun was their like lowest commercially successful album that they were like, reggaeton music, it's popping up recently. Let's just go and do that. Like they
Oh,
just.
dude, I'm on the Wikipedia page for translation. Apparently, there's a deluxe edition, and one of the fucking songs has a feature from Jaden Smith. Oh, brother. How the mighty have fallen. I don't know how, like, even as far as Black Eyed Peas go, how do you stoop so low to
how
where
the
you're
fallen
collaborating with Jaden Smith?
how the
Oh
fallen
my
have
god.
how the fallen have
how
sink
the
low.
how the pathetic have fallen.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh
yeah.
my
Holy
god. Yeah,
shit,
this
man! Like
this
these,
album is genuinely a 0. Both of these are genuinely zeros.
Yeah, like I
For sure.
honestly like I just
there's really no reason to listen to either of these outside of like morbid curiosity.
Yeah, honestly, like
If
if
you
you
are
just want,
insanely curious to the point where like, what the fuck were the Black Eyed Peas doing in 2020 and 2022?
And even at that, I don't think that they're like interesting enough to warrant like a full listen, even out of
Yeah.
morbid curiosity. I feel like you can deduct pretty much everything you need to know just off of like the first few singles. You know?
honestly, just listening to the song that samples Scatman just tells you everything.
Which was a single. It was a single for some fucking
Yeah,
reason.
yeah. Like even the features, like there's a song from Translation that features Akira, and it's like the most half-ass feature you've ever heard.
I mean, you want to talk about how the mighty have fallen? There you
Yeah,
I
go.
don't remember.
Shakira.
I don't remember any of the fucking features. It's all fucking. It goes in one ear and out the other.
David
Yeah.
Guetta
Like-
and Shakira on the same
Yeah.
song. Oh, brother.
It's like the
Yeah.
best thing that David Guetta ever did for these guys was produce "I Got a Feeling."
Dude, that is
Actually,
the,
I don't
that
even
is
know
the
if he
most
produced it. I'm gonna be honest.
that is the most depressing fucking career trajectory ever. Can you imagine working with fucking De La Soul and DJ Premier to working with fucking David Guetta and fucking Jaden Smith? Oh, brother. It's over. It's so over at that point. That is depressing. Fuck.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like the worst possible outcome for this group because like even though some of the singles might have been successful at the very least in South America, they're not gonna have a lasting impact. Like people are not gonna come back to Ritmo or I don't know whatever the fuck. What was the name of that song? Sample Scatman. I don't know.
Some
Baila-
Spanish shit that I can't pronounce.
Yeah, I don't know, like Bailar Contigo, I think that was a song. Like, people, like, even on South America are not gonna remember those songs because nobody likes those albums. Nobody realistically bumps the shit. Like, even
My only
reggaeton
thought-
listeners don't bump the shit.
My only thought throughout listening to both of these records was, when is this going to be over?
Yeah,
Like,
basically.
it's just. I mean, I kind of felt that way about the other albums, but it's like these two in particular. I'm just like, what the fuck is the point? Here's to hoping they. I mean, I assume that they're completely done now because they haven't.
Well,
I haven't-
don't be so
Oh.
sure of it. A couple months ago, or maybe it was within the month. I think it was within the last month. They took a photo all together, even with Fergie. Fergie was
That's
back with
right.
the group.
That's
Yeah.
right. I remember that.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Fuck.
I like to think that the three of us and Andrew, we all put this energy into the ether, and we are all responsible, and then we will pay for our sins when judgment
Yeah.
calls.
I would like to clarify real quick that the reason that, I guess the biggest reason that I wanted to do this, or I wanted to go through this group's discography outside of curiosity, was that I do have, obviously I do have some sort of attachment to them because it's like, I can't help but I don't know what it is, but like whenever fucking Will I Am's going about mixing your milk with his Cocoa Puff or whatever, it's like there's just something about it that's like entertaining to me,
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a lot of the bad Black Eyed Peas music throughout the decades is unlike anything else on pop music. Like again, like specifically the end or even the beginning. They this group just made some of the most memorably bad music out there. That I mean, I guess people still talk to this day, even if it's for the wrong reasons. I mean, even the solo stuff. I mean, that we talked about the hardest ever, but I mean that what was it that
Hey, maybe-
Willpower album also
yeah,
has some...
maybe we should change that. Maybe we should do those.
maybe
Maybe.
yeah. Well,
Because
for
to be honest, that there are plenty of songs on that Willpower album that I've heard like a million times. So I would bet that that's an interestingly bad album.
Mhm.
Or if it's not interestingly bad, it would probably be just as entertainingly bad as some of these records.
For sure.
So
yeah, I mean, We already, reached the bottom of the barrel with the Reggaeton album, so we can only go up from here.
We could try, I guess, but
Yeah.
definition make the boys go loco.
That was our Black Eyed Peas tier list. Let us know in the comments why Translation and Elevation is actually a masterpiece. Do your own Shafrila style video about it. Thanks.
if you've given any of these albums a listen, what would you rate them? You're the best. You're the best.
Yeah.
What should
Tran.
we list? What should we do a tier list next? Hit the like if you like. Please subscribe.
Do
Please
50
don't cry.
Cent next.
Okay.
We get Andrew on that one.
I guess.
We probably could get Andrew on that one.
I mean, there's not
'Cause I
many.
still have not heard any of his shit outside of Guess Who's Back. So
I mean, it's not really many 50 Cent albums, so I guess it should
yeah, there's
be.
only like 5 of them, so it wouldn't take very long. But
It should be easier, I guess. No, but well, thanks for watching, my dear viewers. Hopefully this video signals the return to Fell Spaceman as a channel. But whatever
Please
the
unsubscribe
case,
from Bells' channel. Please unsubscribe from Bells' channel. Please unsubscribe from Bells'
Unsubscribe.
channel. Unsubscribe from Bells' channel. Please,
Nah.
please.
you guys gotta support your Latinx brother man here.
Please, I'm begging you guys to unsubscribe from Bells'.